Now, if you don't know your values, guys, you don't know the heart of your business and what you stand for, how do you know if you've got the right person within your team? How do you know that when you're not there and you grow it to a certain size, that those values are upheld? You don't have any. Values is something that is really important to your business and what you stand for. It allows you to create your business the correct way. Now, who has had pain with teams that they've built before? Raise your hand if you've had pain with any teams that you've built before. Look at all them hands in the room. Absolutely. Business, one of the most crucial areas is your team building. Making sure you're the right people in the right seats. Now, if you don't know your values, guys, you don't know the heart of your business and what you stand for, how do you know if you've got the right person within your team? How do you know that when you're not there and you grow it to a certain size, that those values are upheld? You don't have any. And what sometimes happens within businesses is because there's no values established and they're not shared or they're not even being given the opportunity to be looked at, the company, as it starts to grow, sometimes gains the values of other people. And I've known it in business where people and directors have had their business and they go into it and they think, this isn't the environment at all that I wanted to create. Or they're unhappy with the multiple things, but they just can't put the finger on it. Now, if you have your values really, really clear, it allows you to grow your business in the correct way. It allows you to find the right people. It allows you to know when something's working well in your business and when something's not. Now, values for us, often, you'll all have them. Now, you might think, well, I don't know, I've not really looked at it, never really thought about it. You'll all have them. You'll all have them in your business right now, but you might not took any time to look at them or even think about it. It might be brand new to you. But when a value is crossed, you feel absolutely pissed off straight away. Things that trigger you. What you also have is when a value is going the right way and you find the right people, you think, I really like that person. Yeah, we get on like a house on fire. I love everything they do. And that's purely because you have similar values or you're mirroring or there's something going on within the values of your team that's there. Now, what I want you to be able to do today is I want you to think into, well, what would be your four core values, or 5 should I say, of your business. Now, I've said 4 to 7 core values. I have 5 within mine. They must be meaningful. It must mean something to you. Not just, oh, I like the sound of that word, or that's a word that, sounds good and most people have it. It represents you, the business, the people in it. When you get them established, guys, they are your agreed code of behaviour. If you don't know what they are and you're interviewing people or you're bringing people into your team, how do you know they're aligned? They might have the skill set, they might have the skills, but they might be totally on the wrong page of how you want to operate or what is really you hold dear to yourself and what are the lines that are crossed within your business. If you don't have values in place, guess what? When you grow your team, somebody will put their values in. So, for example, Tuesday, I was interviewing, and all of my questions, everything I was asking, the examples I was asking for, the way they dealt with situations, were all fueled by my values. I'm wanting to find out, do you think how I think? This situation, this challenge that could happen within the business, how would you deal with that? And really, I'm looking for, what's your attitude towards it? Are our values aligned here? Do you see what I see? I'll ask a lot of questions about how would you manage a team? What if you had a team member and they did X? What would you do? And constantly I'm trying to pull out Do they say those things, and would they do what I would expect to do linked to my values? Now, values are massive, because if you don't have them, the culture in your business, and when values are crossed, you need to be very, very quick at firing by them, because if not, what can sometimes happen is that can spread throughout your business and it can erode what it's all about. Because ultimately, it depends on what you want. I'm not in my businesses every day, at all. But I need to know that when I'm not there, my values are upheld and people work in a certain way with one another. These are my group company values. 1, positivity. It's a major, major value of ours, to the point that Stephen in the company, it's one of his major, major ones. If he's in a situation with anybody in a team situation that's negative, whinging, doesn't take responsibility, doesn't take ownership of things, causes more problems, more barriers than needed, he cannot have that at all. It's kind of like, get me out of that situation right now. And if we have something in the business where it affects the positivity, like someone's pushing for something or something's happening in a negative way, we'll very quickly go, this isn't working. Because it's the number one. Number 1. Discipline. Now, we have that because obviously we live our life through our discipline model. But what we mean by that is do what you say you're going to do. Show up. We obviously have our clothing brand called Discipline. It runs through our veins. Focus. Keep the main thing the main thing. Water your own garden. Don't go looking over the fence, affecting things that are already sorted. High standards. Speaks for itself. Don't just do something when somebody's there. Do it all the time. Take pride in what you do. Not half-assed. And then contribution. Give back. Work as a team. Support, grow, share, learn.